Was the fall of the Soviet Union inevitable? Was the fall of the Soviet Union inevitable? This question invites us to look closely at the factors that led to one of the most significant events of the 20th century. The collapse of the Soviet Union was not simply a matter of fate. Instead, it was the result of a mix of political, economic, ethnic, and military issues that built up over time. At the heart of the matter was the weakening of the central government. The Soviet Union faced many challenges, including economic struggles and rising nationalist movements. If the central authority had remained strong, the Union might have continued to exist. However, as the government lost control, various republics began to push for independence, which was a key factor in the eventual dissolution. Economically, the Soviet system had serious problems. Central planning was inefficient, and the arms race with the United States placed a heavy burden on resources. Mikhail Gorbachev introduced reforms known as Perestroika, which means restructuring, and Glasnost, which means openness. These aimed to revitalize the economy and society but, instead, revealed the weaknesses of the system. The Communist Party's grip on power loosened, leading to political instability. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in the late 1970s drained resources and morale. Additionally, the Chernobyl disaster in 1986 caused a major loss of public trust in the government's ability to manage crises. Corruption and growing disillusionment with communist ideals further eroded support among the people. From a communist perspective, the fall was not a failure of the ideology itself but rather a failure of its implementation in the Soviet Union. The system struggled to adapt to changing conditions both globally and within its borders. The weakening of centralized control disrupted the unity needed for socialism to function effectively across such a vast and diverse nation. The experience of the Soviet Union teaches us that maintaining a large, multi-ethnic communist state requires strong governance and economic stability. Without these elements, the survival of communism in that form becomes difficult. In summary, while many deep-rooted issues contributed to the fall, it was not an unavoidable outcome. The collapse stemmed from the failure of the central authority to manage these challenges effectively. The reforms intended to improve the system instead hastened its end. The Soviet case illustrates the importance of effective leadership and governance in sustaining socialist states.